suck the when you people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do? Let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
see,
homie, let me tell you something, homie. I don't tell you. I don't do no sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no sucking shit, homie.
I don't give a about nothing.
Well, I tell you what, watch that sucking shit, because that'll go bad.
Yo, what's good, everyone? It's DTV. Welcome back. Today, we are going to talk about this Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb situation, because there are certain things that do not say to each other, and Anton Daniels just said one of those things. Let's get into it. So we're going to break down what really happened, where the lines got crossed, and what it really just says about respect and how men move nowadays on the internet. Let's get into it. All right, real quick. If you don't know who these two are, let me set the stage for you. Corey Holcomb is an OG comedian. He has been on tour for years. He's been in front of real crowds, real people. He talks reckless. He says wild stuff, but there's still a certain code that he moves by. Anton Daniels is a new era YouTuber. He's a podcaster, and he has, some financial opinions and I'm sure political opinions. Says what he wants, how he wants to. So even though they're around the same age, you have old school versus the new school. Now they're both on camera going back and forth about race, loyalty, and who's really down for black people. Then at some point, Anton Daniels says somewhere along the lines of, "You suck the dick of black people." Pause. Now, this is where it stops becoming a debate and it turns into a straight up violation. To Corey Holcomb, you are questioning his manhood, and you basically played him and insulted his integrity on his own platform. Here's where I think a lot of people are getting confused. There's a difference between saying, "Hey, I don't agree with you," versus saying some wild, disrespectful stuff about that man. You can say, "Corey, I think you're wrong about this." You can say, "Your take is goofy. I don't think that makes a lot of sense." But once you jump into, "You're doing this for black people in a clownish way," you're basically on your knees for them. That's not just attacking his opinion. That's attacking his manhood and his character. And on top of all of that, you're saying that on his show, on his platform, in front of his audience. When you're on someone else's platform, you move different. You don't have to agree with them, but there still is a certain level of respect that you're supposed to keep. Let me ask you this. If that was you, on your show and your platform, and someone said that to you, are you still cool after that? Is that just keeping it real, or is that going into a whole other lane? Because to me, that's a bit disrespectful. Now, this is where the internet part comes in. The internet gave a lot of people courage to say things that they wouldn't just say in a regular room. When you have cameras, security, chat going crazy, super chats are hitting, now everyone wants to talk crazy. But when you take all that away, no podcasts, no lights, no chats, two grown men sitting face to face in a room, having a regular conversation, you really think that that exact sentence would have been said like that? I don't. A lot of what you guys are seeing is just performance. People aren't arguing their points anymore. They're arguing for the clip, the viral moment, for the got 'em edits that are out on TikTok and YouTube shorts. And once you get to that point and start chasing the content and the clout, you stop thinking like a person and start thinking like content. That's why you see it go from debate to disrespect to we can take it outside in like 2 minutes. And that's the dangerous part, because the internet will move on tomorrow, but you have to live with what you said to that man. To me, this Anton versus Corey thing is bigger than just them. This is the old head code versus the new money clout code. You don't play with certain words, you don't play with a man's character, and you definitely don't play with a man's manhood. Anton is from the era where the internet is the main stage, place where the bag comes from being loud, controversial, saying the things that nobody wants to say. He talks to everyone the same. He doubles down, and he doesn't care how it lands as long as it's real. And here's the clash. One side is protecting their views and their image online, and one side is protecting their name and their legacy offline. So when you see Anton go there with the disrespect and then later try to explain it, maybe apologize a little bit, but still keep on poking, that's the clout. That's the content. That's I can't look like I back down on camera. And to an old head like Corey, he's thinking you're playing with him for content. That's why you could feel the temperature change in the room. Because now it's not just jokes, it's not just talking points. It's, are you trying to make me look crazy in front of my own audience on my show for views? So here's where I stand on it. Both of them are strong personalities and both of them say wild things. That's why people watch them. But that line Anton used, that crossed the line to me. Once you start talking to another man like that on his show in front of his audience, you can't be surprised when he's not going for the it's a debate talk. And people can say Corey talks crazy too. I agree. But you have to judge each situation by that situation. And in that situation, Anton was wrong. And it just shows you how far people are willing to go for that moment, for that content, for the he cooked him. Now, at some point, you have to ask yourself, is the content worth ruining a relationship? Worth having tension with another person, worth maybe taking it off camera? Because once you've crossed certain lines, it's not just about views, it's about respect. But that's just how I see it. I want to hear from y'all. Who broke the code more in this situation? Was it Anton or Corey? Was Anton just keeping it real, or did he go to a place that men shouldn't go, especially on camera? And if you like breakdowns like this from a real perspective, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It's DTV, and I'm out.